is Rambling Hour with Lisa. It's season 6, episode 7. It is my St. Patrick's Day Rambling Hour special. So I hope everyone is good today and that you guys have had a great week. I'm just going to change the lighting there. So I just put the whipped cream on top of this before I pressed live because I wanted it to look nice before it melted. But I also realize now that I don't have a spoon or a straw. It is just a vanilla milkshake. I can't get the color to, like, it's too bright. My light is too bright. Hang on, let me try turning it down a bit. There, so it's just a vanilla milkshake, but I put green food coloring in, so I don't know, there, maybe you can tell it's green there. So, yay! So like I said last week, today's the 13th, but next week is the 20th, so St. Patrick's Day will be over, so I'm doing my St. Patrick's Day special today. So, hi to Lena the dog sneaking in here. That's nice, but I should have got a spoon or something, so I'll let it melt a bit. Or I just won't drink it and I'll drink, I have a glass of pop over there too. Lena, go lie down, please. Sorry. So how is everyone this week? How have things been with you guys? And although I know that, like I said, in the UK here, they don't really celebrate St. Patrick's Day like we do in North America, but I am going to, have this theme. Anyways, this is something that I bought in Canada at one of the, like dollar stores, like pound stores, like the cheaper stores. So, but I like it. So that's one thing that makes me sad is that I can make things, but they don't really sell things unless I go to Ireland and just buy actual Irish stuff, but decorations for St. Patrick's Day. But I have a few, so Melody says hello and I'm good. That's good to hear. And I know Mom's going to tune in today as well. Melody, I'm just confirming that because you guys changed your clocks in Canada, well, in North America or whatever, like usually when you watch me, it's 8 o'clock here, it's 1 o'clock there. But now, because you sprung ahead an hour, is it 2 p.m. there right now? It is warm in this house. So I have been working my butt off today. I knew I should have started yesterday, but we pushed it back till today. But we have to empty out the kitchen because the electricians are coming Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and they're starting in the kitchen so that the builder with the kitchen can get it installed as soon as possible when it's ready in a few weeks. So Melody says, yes, it is 2 p.m. there. Good. So my little Bitmoji advertising thing gave you guys the right time to tune in. So I'm sure Mom will tune in soon. Yeah, so what? Yes, electricians. And what else? So yesterday, our plaster came and blocked in the door in the kitchen where our cooker is going to be. So things are happening. So I've been working all day emptying out the kitchen. I am blessed and grateful to have such a good size house. The fact that I can move most of the old kitchen cabinets and stuff into the entranceway of our house and it still be functional is really good. So for the next few weeks, even though we'll have to go into the entranceway to get into cupboards and stuff to get plates and such, at least it's not all boxed up or really squishy. I'm trying to make it as efficient as possible where we can still get around and use the rooms and everything. I don't want everything to be crowded into one spot, especially because depending on how long it takes the electricians to work on the kitchen, the next thing they have to do is the living room and dining room, putting in the lights above here. So can't wait for that to have good lighting in here, especially because blocking up the one door in the kitchen made it a little bit more dim in the kitchen, which is fine once lights are put in the ceiling in the kitchen as well. But yeah, it'll be a bit darker in that corner, but that's where the cooker's going anyways, until we have the lights, and then we can brighten it up. It just won't be as much natural light. So because of that, also behind me is the patio doors, and right now, to let the dogs out, we have to, who let the dogs out? Who? Anyways, we have to let them out the patio door here because there's no other way to the back garden. And I say dogs because I told you guys last week that Thomas has his new puppy, which is named Nova, and it's a German. It is a Doberman Pinscher. So, let's see what happened in this last week. Was this the week? Yes. So, I had things that I had to do all week. I can't remember what I had to do on Monday. There was things that I had to do this week, so you can remind me if I can't remember what I did this week. But I know that on Wednesday I got together with my friend Samantha to get some stuff off the allotment because she was doing the allotment, but having a new baby on the way and everything, she is giving up the allotment and then just going to work on her dad, because her dad has an allotment here in Middlewich, so we can just work on that one together and do stuff with it, especially because now that her dad's retired, her mom and dad travel more, so you know he doesn't have as much time to work on the allotment, so we can take care of the stuff that he wants to plant, plus she can do more work on that allotment. So she was giving up the allotment, so we went on Wednesday and got all her stuff off the allotment, including these two big, like, when at her house she got the back garden done and they did like paving stones and everything else, so they got these big wooden crates with all the paving stone and stuff in it, but it's not just like pallets, it's got sides, and she was going to use them on the allotment, but she didn't need them, so I brought them home, so I'm really excited about that. Also last week, sorry, that jumped really quickly. Alicia says, Melody, you want to see what? The kitchen? And Alicia says, love the green, my favorite color. Melody, what do you want to see? I don't remember what I was talking about, but so yeah, these big crates. So brought those on Wednesday, got to see Samantha. Oh, and she has we've talked about it on here before, but she has what are they called? Axolotls, and her axolotls had babies, so that's really exciting too. And oh, the new doggy, yes. If Thomas comes down, I can't really text him because my phone is there, but if Thomas comes down, oh, something in my throat. Actually, the girls were just in here. I should have told them to tell Tom to bring the dog down, Nova. Okay, so, and then, yeah, Wednesday I did that, and there was something else that I had last week, though. Oh, Tuesday I went grocery shopping. Yeah, so that was it. Monday, I can't remember what I did on Monday, but what did I do on Thursday? Anybody? Oh my gosh! And if I wasn't having a St. Patrick's Day theme, I would have wore my Blue October stuff. So yes, that's right. I went to Blue October. My favorite band was playing over here. They did a few shows. They did Manchester, Liverpool. Well, they were up in Scotland, and then they came Manchester, Liverpool, London. And it's just super duper, yeah, I would have went every night if I could have. But me and my stepson Owen saw them in Manchester, and it was like the best. It was so surreal, and I didn't want it to end. I just like all the songs that I knew and sang to at home, but it's like right there, and he's right. So I was like center, but it was like out of the whole crowd, which was just the floor, I was like halfway back, which was fine, but I was also like center stage, so in between people I could see Justin like singing almost the whole time, and it was just amazing. And I tried to like really like absorb it. I did the same thing when I had newborn babies. I tried to hold them and say, remember this, because it's going to go by so fast and you're not going to remember this. So I was trying to really live in the moment, absorb it, and just be like, this is happening, this is live, they're here, this is great, although they're coming back in 2023. But I like really, really tried to just, it was so amazing, but it was so surreal and amazing that the next day, which was Friday, it was like, I guess being on like a natural high, it was like the crash. The just like, I was like, it was so hard and weird to get back to normal life again, because I was like it was like, I don't even know how to explain it. It was like being in a dream and then waking up, and then I didn't know what to do with myself on Friday. I don't know what I expected or why I mean, I love my life, so, but it was just such a weird feeling. That's what I'm gonna say, is it's like probably like crashing after like a high, but it was a natural high. Megan says, sounds like a great time, and Alicia says, totally jealous, but happy for you too. I love them. Yeah, because Alicia, I don't even know, well, my friend Brianne said that she saw them like 20 years ago, but I don't know when the last time they toured Canada was, and if and when they're going through Canada. I haven't really looked into it, but I just, I wonder that, like, had I lived in Canada, would it have been harder for me to see them than the fact that they came all the way from the States to here? But, okay, so I'm going to show you what I bought. I'm going to brag a little bit because and a lot of times in my life I've not been in a position to do this. This is the first time that I've ever gone to I mean, usually if I've gone to a concert, the tickets are expensive enough, let alone buying anything. And when I went to the Pink concert, I did buy a shirt, but there's always that guilt because especially when you don't have a lot of money, like it, you know, I shouldn't be spending it on a shirt or something like that. And this was the first time that I've been in a place in my life where I've been comfortable enough, not to mention that because they're not like the hugest band in the world, the tickets were only like 35 pounds. But I wasn't going to let myself feel guilty for buying a shirt. However, in the end, I did feel a little bit guilty because I didn't just buy a t-shirt. I bought a hoodie, a t-shirt, and a patch. Well, I bought 2 patches actually because I bought one for me and one for Owen. So I would have got stickers, but they didn't have any stickers. So, yeah, brag, 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 Alicia says. So this is my Blue October patch. And I'm going to do that for all these things so that I can... this is my shirt. I'm just going to take the sticker off. Whoop. And yeah, Steve said that the girls will really like wearing this because he thinks I bought a size too small. Just means I need to work harder on my working out, doesn't it? And obviously all this merchandise can be bought online, but it's different when you get it from the actual concert when you're there. I'm so happy. So a black hoodie. The shirt, they had t-shirts that had this on it on the front, and then on the back it had the dates of the, like, you know, Manchester and Liverpool and stuff. And I really thought about buying that because I like the fact that I had the dates and that I was at that show. But I thought a hoodie would be more better. So Alicia says, I think that would fit you nicely and show off all the work you've done so far. Thank you. And yes, so it was a great show. It was surreal. I loved it, and I am really, really grateful also that they aren't the biggest band in the world, because it was maybe I did Cosmic order that as well, because I always say that I would rather go to like a small pub or like see a live band at a small venue where I can like be close to them and really enjoy the experience, as opposed to being in a huge stadium where you're like having to watch the screen anyways because it's so far away. So it was everything I wanted it to be. The only thing I will complain about is that the balconies weren't open, and I would have rather sat up in the balcony because it's a small venue and looked down at the stage so I could sit down. So I had to stand the whole time, and that I'm not a young lady anymore, and my legs were like super sore. My back was sore. No, not my legs. My legs were sore from jumping up and down like a little kid, like, ah, my God! It was like, yeah. But my back was sore from standing for so long. But yeah, the opening band was called, they're from Glasgow, I think, in Scotland, and they're called Daytime TV. They were all right. I'd have to listen to their stuff like over, you know, when you need to hear, like, learn a song or whatever. But it was like kind of awkward because they just came out with their, I guess the 2 people that like in the band, 2 of the 4 people already were musicians before or something, so people who follow them would know who they are. But as this band, Daytime TV, they just came out with their debut album, so most of the people in the audience didn't know the songs, if any of them. So we were just kind of like, you know, yeah, this is good beat and everything, but we don't know the words or anything else. But once Blue October came out, it was insane. And I can't believe that Blue October's been together for 27 years, and they've been doing like that for 27 years, performing, and just, yeah, wow. Like, I give it up to them, because I wouldn't want to do the same job for 27 years, even if it was like, I know it's different if it's something you love, but I don't know if I'd do with that. So I have no idea if my mom's on or watching, but if she's not, she'll come on when she does, and she can watch this at a later time as well. Look, this would look good with my the black on my hat, or like up here. Just tuck it in. Oh, then you can't see the there. There we go. Okay, so on to the next bit of interestingness. What better way to celebrate St. Patrick's Day than with your own leprechaun? And I have one. it is my late father. Well, Melody's watching this too, so it's her late father as well. And this is a little painting I did of, there's a little leprechaun, but I put my dad's, like, somebody else painted a picture of a leprechaun. I took that and I did my own version of it with my dad's face. So I'll just come a little bit closer. And one of my art teachers told me once that if you get the face right, the rest of it doesn't matter as much. So I really started with this, with his face first. And I can't believe how well it turned out. Just does look like my dad. I love this. And the pot of gold. Okie dokie. So, yeah, my little leprechaun papa is here. So we'll put this up as well. And I can take this out of the shot. Because although it tastes good, it doesn't need to be in the shot. But it tastes good, so I'm gonna have more. Mel, I didn't forget that you want to see the dog. I'm waiting to hear if somebody comes like near here so I can get them to get the dog. I haven't even added pictures of Nova onto Facebook yet. But I do have quite a few, and even videos of Lena and her playing outside. Took Lena a few days to get used to her, but now they play together, and it's really great. I don't think that Lena realizes, though, that Nova will be bigger than Lena. Babe, yeah. Can you ask Tom if it's okay if he brings Nova down, because Melody wants to see Nova. Okay. No, he had already. I let him. But, yeah. Thanks. Have a good night. Love you. That's just Steve leaving for his date with his mates. Melody, you might be in luck, so we will see if Thomas brings Nova down. Nova is a crazy puppy, so she'll be jumping all over the place. I don't think there's anything that, you know, it's okay if she knocks things down, but... Are you still there, Melody? Let me know if you're there, because otherwise I'll have to see Nova on this at a later time. It's hard. I mean, if you have enough people watching, it would be crazy to see everyone who's watching, but it's frustrating, too, that I can't tell who's watching right now live. Mom, if you're there, write a comment, because, again, I can see that there's people watching, but I can't see who's watching, so I'm not even sure if Mom's tuned in yet or not. I know that Tina, my other sister, said that she wanted to confirm what time it would be on, because Mom wanted to watch. Nova, there's people want to see you. You come up here. Come on. Come here, Nova. I'll back up so that we have room for Nova, because Nova is growing very quickly. Can you do me a favor on my phone? Can you slide the top down and then like turn my Wi-Fi? And there we go. I'm back. Sorry, I was just shutting my Wi-Fi off so that I wouldn't have problems with the signal. This is Nova. This is the new puppy, the new part of our family. Yes, hello. You've never given me that many kisses. So, what do you think, Nova? Yeah, your daddy hasn't even been on my live before. Okay, all right, we're gonna go. There you go, Melody. Nova's gonna run now. Yep. What's happening? Good girl. Good girl, Nova. There we go. All right. Bye, Nova. You're a good girl. Thank you, Tom. Yeah, she is so big already. Like, she's growing even in the week that Thomas has had her. Week and a half, is it? So, thank you again to Tom for bringing her down for us to see. She is a very sweet little girl. But she is a puppy, so she's also a little bit of trouble. You know, chewing on things and doing different things that we have to... This is my paper rice plant. Is that what it's called? Yeah. Chinese paper rice plant, something like that. And it's supposed to be outside, but I brought it in for the winter to... if I leave it outside over winter, then it'll lose all its leaves, and it takes forever to start growing them again. So I brought it in again this year, although it can get very big. I brought it in again this year to keep the leaves on so that it can do its thing when I put it back outside. However, I kept it in the kitchen, and now I had to bring it into the living room because, like I said, there's no kitchen door to the outside. So if I want to acclimatize this to go back outside for the summer, or spring and summer when it can, then I need to put it out this door for at least 5 to 10 days, then bring it in overnight so it just gets used to the wind and the outside temperatures. So we've done that, and then something I want to talk about, I am still reading the book Closer to the Light, and I am still really enjoying it, and it's got so much information, not just on children's near-death experiences, but just so much information, and I love it. But sneakily, because this is what I do, I was listening to a podcast, heard about a book, and oh, actually, you know what's interesting is also at the Blue October concert, the lady that I was standing beside that we met, she is a nurse who works in with people with dementia. So we were talking about palliative care and stuff like that, and so we have the same interest in that, in the dying experience, the death experience. So anyways, this book is called The Hospice Doctor's Widow. It's a journal. So a doctor who was a hospice doctor for years, and then he ended up getting cancer, and his wife had to take care of him in his last years and in his last stages of life. And she kept a journal while she was doing it. And so this is a really easy read. I read it in one evening. And it's because it's little emails, and like the emails that she sends to family and friends updating on what's happening with him and his stuff, and just little things she writes down on notes and stuff. It's a very beautiful book, and like it's a keepsake, I think, too. So I love it. And like I said, I read it in one night, and I'm really happy that I ordered it. So that's it also says on the top, this book is remarkable and should be required for everyone caregiving for a loved one. But somewhere it said, a beautiful tribute to caregivers and survivors. Yeah, it's a really good book. The author is Jennifer O'Brien, and O'Brien, that's a last name, that's an Irish last name, so even though she's from America, I believe she's from America, that it still goes with the theme. So that is a book that I've snuck in there and read one evening whilst, yeah, I thought I'd show you guys that and tell you guys about it because I just read it. What else did I have to talk about? Like I said, so the electricians are coming for the next 3 days. That is very exciting, and the kitchen will be ordered, and then it's just a matter of weeks or the next couple of months. Like, it depends how long. So it takes about 3 weeks, I think, for him to build the kitchen in his shop, and then he'll bring it in and install it. And then me and Steve still need to order our countertops. We might be going with I was going to say granite, but it's not granite. I think quartz. I think we were going with quartz countertops. So I had talked about the chunky, like butcher block type one, the wood ones, but I think we're going with quartz countertops. So very exciting stuff happening here. And by next week, next Sunday, I'm sure I'll have updates for you on some of those things. I see that Tina's watching now, which is my other sister, but I don't know if her and Mom are together, so if that's Mom watching as well. But if it is, hello to you guys and to whoever else is watching. So also, really soon, like Steve ordered his suit already, and it's like tailored to his dimensions. But me and the girls need to, and Thomas, they ordered Thomas's suit as well. So it's just me and the girls who really need to find out what we're going to wear. Because on April 2nd, which is like weeks away, our oldest daughter, Amy, and her fiance, James, are tying the knot finally after having to postpone their wedding for a few years because of COVID. Their wedding day is really quickly coming up here. So that is exciting, and that is the thing that is on the agenda to focus on now, anything that needs to be done for them and everything now that I have. What was it that I was working on again? Oh, and also greenhouse. Steve brought, so you know how we changed our doors to the oak doors? Well, all the old wood doors were in the entranceway taking up room, but we needed the entranceway to put the cabinets from the kitchen in. So Steve sent the guys from his work to come and get, because he has more room at the warehouse. So he sent the guys at the van to come and get the doors to bring to the warehouse. And he dropped off these big, long, like metal tables that they had at his warehouse when they started renting at that one. And we've painted them, and they're going in the greenhouse now. When I say we painted them, I mean Steve was awesome and sanded them yesterday and wiped them down, and then he bought paint. It's like it's hammerite, so it can go on rust, and it's called a hammered finish, I think. So it looks like all like I don't know how to say it, like I guess little tiny specks, like holes, not holes, but like what do you call that? Like, I don't know what it's called. Like if a meteor hits the earth, it makes an indent. So it's like that, but really little indents or whatever. Anyways, Tina says, Mom is with us, watching in the car. Our walk adventure took longer. That's okay. Tina, I said this to Mom too. 1 hour a week. 1 hour a week I have my live. And we have to share our mom. Yeah, so craters, Mel, but like little craters. And we have to share our mom, so you need to make your walks in the other 23 hours of the Sunday besides my hour of my live if Mom wants to watch it. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, so today Steve painted those tables as well. Oh, and Allison had a job interview today. It was her first job interview, and it's a really nice restaurant and hotel. I think she said it's 3.5 stars, but it's like, it looks a bit posh, and I think she had a really good interview, and she'll do really well there if she gets a job, because I think it suits her personality really well. I took a picture of her in front of the place as well, so. And Tina said LOL and okay about sharing Mom and making sure that walks and whatever fit around my 1 hour of live. Whipped cream and ice cream. It's just a green. It's almost done now, but you can't tell it's green anymore. Allison had an interview for being a waitress, like a server, and she is 18, so she can serve alcohol. I just repeated myself because Tina said that they missed the name of who I was talking about who had the interview, and then Melody wrote Allison, and then she wrote it again because she spelt it the proper way the second time. I can't think if there's anything else that happened this last week that I'm forgetting to tell you, but I definitely have to do grocery shopping again this week, because that happens all the time, that people keep eating and I have to like replace the food, and it's really annoying. So Melody says best of luck for Allison. Well, she had a really good interview. She said it went really well, and actually one of the things she said is that her and the lady who was interviewing her was, the manager was talking about Canada or something, and then the manager said, you would be the perfect fit for this place, or you're the something like that. You're like exactly the fit for this, something like that. And I was like, wow, that's a good thing for her to say during the interview. So I'm pretty sure she got the job, but we'll see in the next few days. I don't want to jinx it for her, so knock on wood. But I'm very excited for her. And I'm just going to check. Okay, I was just checking the time because I am doing really well at rambling. I'm just making sure I'm not going over. No, I have not done my workout today. Although, what is my, see, yeah, I still need to do my workout anyways. But out of, I'm only done 7 out of 30 minutes on my exercise ring on my watch. So, but I have done, I haven't stopped. And those cabinets that we had to take out of the kitchen were heavy, and we stacked them on top of each other, so that was work as well. But obviously not enough to get my exercise ring closed, so I'm still going to have to do my exercise. Oh, I started doing yoga again in the shred. Did I tell you guys about that last week? I don't think so, because I think I've only been doing it for a week. Oh, I think Sunday was my first day doing it. Yeah, last Sunday was my first day back at it, so I'm really happy that I'm doing the yoga and the shred again, but my body really needs to get back to where it was. My niece Felicity, who is 4 now because she just had her birthday, wants to know if you have Lucky Charms cereal there. You can buy Lucky Charms cereal here, but it's in the American aisle, so it's really expensive. So we don't really eat it here because it's too expensive. But yes, we can buy it here. Felicity, I hope your birthday was really fun. Your mommy showed me pictures of it, and it looked like you had a great time skating outside on the rink with your friends and having s'mores in ice cream cones, and then you even went swimming with both your grandmas and your grandpa, and like what a fun time. Oh no, were both grandparents swimming? I don't know, but it looked like you did so much stuff for your birthday and you had so much fun. So happy birthday. It's so weird when it goes quiet when I'm not rambling, because I sometimes my brain just, I don't know if I said this to you guys or if I said this to somebody else, but sometimes I think like when my brain farts and I have nothing to talk about and I go like, you know, what do I talk about now? It seems like it's forever in my head, but when I listen back to these, it seems like it goes pretty good, that I come up with something pretty quickly. Tina says, she said it was, and I just, only mom came swimming. Oh, right. But she had 2 different little birthday parties. She had one with her friends, and I was outside and skating because Tina and Ryan can make a skating rink in their back garden, because it stays below 0, obviously, for most of the winter in Canada, especially on the prairies. And then Tina's neighbor have an indoor pool, and they were actually away that day anyway, so mom and the kids and Ryan and Tina had the pool for them to swim, but then she had another little birthday party with Ryan's two parents and then my mom, so the grandparents. And she had a cotton candy cake. How cool was that? They call it candy floss over here, but like the cake was like rainbow layers with cotton candy, and then it was, I mean, I would eat that whole cake. I love candy floss, cotton candy, call it whatever you want, but I love that stuff. Even when we go to the seaside here, it doesn't matter what time of year it is or wherever. If I see a bag of candy floss, I want to buy a bag of it. And actually, I usually buy 2 bags, one for everyone else to share and one for me to eat. And we wonder why I'm missing so many teeth. What else is new and fun? Let's see. So it's March. It is March 13th. It's like halfway through March already. That's crazy. This time just goes by so quickly. I know a lot of the people, especially on the prairies in Canada, you guys are waiting for spring, but it'll be here before you know it. And even though there's lots of things blooming here and I'm taking pictures of my garden, it's still chilly outside and miserable, and it's not inviting to be outside. But yeah, spring will be here before we know it, so that is very, very good. And I know you guys changed your clocks. We haven't yet, but soon enough it'll be light enough outside in the evenings that I can do my lives from the garden, even if it's chilly and I have to wear a hoodie, like a blue October hoodie or something, to keep warm. But yeah, I'm looking forward to spring and being out in the garden. And I need to start my corn and my, what do I need to do? Corn and squash and stuff soon. But so what I was focused on the last few weeks was getting everything, so the house clean and everything else, and getting things ready for the, so I know Steve's like why clean certain things if it's just going to get messy with renos, but I wanted like say the entranceway clean before I brought the cabinets in. Yeah, so anyways, I've just been cleaning and getting things done and working on stuff like that so that I can get the kitchen emptied so that the electricians can do their work and everything else. But now that I've done that and we're on to the next step, like I said, I'm going to be focused more on Amy's wedding, and then I can do my seeds now that I've got things ready for the electricians. Remind me, because I just have so many things. I want to post some seeds out to some of my Canadian cousins and family members who garden, because I have so many seeds here. Because they have so many gardening magazines, and I may be a little bit of an addict. I've been doing better the last 8 months, not buying all the gardening magazines anymore, because you can only have so many in the loft, right? So, but every time you get a gardening magazine, it has a couple packets of seeds with it, usually for free. So, and lots of times it's ones that are easy to grow, but you get like doubles and triples and everything else. It's like collector's cards. So I have a lot that I can post out. I just need to remember to do it. Tina says, how large is the wedding? I can't remember, but let's say about 200 people, maybe. I would say it's a medium-sized wedding, but I can't remember for sure. Samantha says, hello. So Samantha is now on. Hello, Samantha. Yeah, I'm going to say 200, but don't quote me on it. If I remember, I'll ask her this week or ask Steve, and then I can tell you later or next week on here how big it is. But it's quite exciting. We have some centerpieces that we need to work on well, most of the stuff is here to do them, but we need to decorate them when when Amy has a night free that she wants to come over and do them. I'm trying to think of anything else that I know. I started sweet peas a few weeks ago. I already told you about them. They haven't sprouted yet, but 7 to 10 days I think it takes for them to sprout. So they should. I'm checking them in the greenhouse every day. They should sprout soon. Tina says, Fee really wanted me to tell you that she first tried Cotton Island on Vancouver Island this summer. Oh, cotton candy. So her first time that she remembers trying cotton candy was on Vancouver Island this summer. And how did she like her cotton candy birthday cake? That's quite exciting. So I am just so excited about the kitchen. I know it's a lot of work for me to move all the stuff out of it. And I also said to Steve, I'm so glad that we're just moving the kitchen and not moving houses because, yeah, it's just so much work. But it's so crazy to like pull all this stuff out of the kitchen and even put stuff in containers because I don't need all my knickknacks and everything out, you know, for the next few weeks. It's more the stuff that, you know, we need for, you know, like utensils and plates and stuff that we need. We don't need the knickknacks, but just putting all this stuff away and knowing that the next time I take these things out, it will be to put them in our new kitchen when it's done. Like, it's just so exciting. Fee said good for her cake. That's good, Felicity. I'm glad that you loved your cake, and it's a very unique idea. Your mom is really good at coming up with different ideas for your birthday cakes and your brother's birthday cakes. Very creative. So, what else is there to talk about? Yeah, so I'm really happy with Steve that not only did he bring those tables home last week, like I said, he sanded them yesterday and painted them today. We just have to wait for the paint that's on them to cure, and then we can flip them over and we have to paint. I say we, but he's doing it and painting the bottom of the table, and then I can empty out my greenhouse and put them in there. And I'm really happy that because lots of times things that we want to get done don't happen very quickly around here, and I'm just really happy that he did that so quickly. Yeah, within days of them being here, he's sanded them and painted them, and I get to use them in the greenhouse. Oh, I mean, the garden shed is still a thing. When Fred's our joiner, our builder, so when he was here on Saturday, he came to take measurements for the soffits and fascia, which he's doing on our house as well. And when he was here for that, I gave him the sketch for my garden shed, my potting shed, garden shed. Yes, so that is still happening, hopefully this spring or summer. It's just a matter of him having the time to build it now and us buying the materials to build it. And the other thing that happened on Saturday was we had a guy come out to look at our windows and measure and give us a quote on windows, getting our windows replaced. So money, just sucking it out, right? But these windows are, we say that, but they are horribly leaky, and some of them don't close, they lock properly, but they have what do you call drafts that come out, and they're just it's going to be expensive to replace the windows, but it's also expensive for losing all the heat and energy and everything that have these leaky windows. So it's something that needs to be done. So yes, so now with Ellison having the job interview is in a different town. It's like a 10-minute drive or so 10-15-minute drive, but it'd be a long way to walk. And so I said, I don't mind if I'm willing to drive them to friends once in a while, then there's no, I'm not going to not drive them to a job. But I'm also going to get on her butt about getting her license now. So she will be working on that. So we need to apply for, it's like a provisional license or whatever, like just the whatever. And then she'll do driving lessons. So before you know it, she'll have her own car and be doing her driving lessons and get her license. And she can take herself to and from work. She only has college 3 days a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So she can actually work for 4 days a week, or even the evenings that she has college, as long as she's still focusing on her college. And before you know it, because it's already March, the college year will be up. So, yes, very exciting. I'll let you guys know how all of that works out. Mom says, hi, Lisa. Hi, Mom. Hope you're well. And everybody else who's watching this now or at a later time. What else is happening in March? I don't know. Mom says I'm home. Oh, yes, because you were watching in the car with Tina, and now you're at home. All right, cool. So March is, yeah, I mean, okay, let's also say the war in Ukraine is, still going on, and it's really, really just appalling and sad and just ridiculous what is happening there. And as much as I changed the theme right now, I still have the no war, please, because just like I have the little bears that were crocheted for COVID, and I have them up on the thing, and I'm having them there until COVID is, not that it's no longer a thing, but that it's not changed, like how bad it is and everything else. So I have this in a frame, and it's still sitting on there as well until this is settled down. This still matters, and I don't want to forget, and I want to have perspective. I don't want to smile with it, because then that's weird, but yes, this gives me perspective of what really matters in life, and how lucky we are to not have to worry about leaving our homes or dying or being bombed while we're sleeping. Yes, Mom, Dad is behind me right here too. Yes, it's the St. Patrick's Day leprechaun. I need a drink. You guys didn't actually think I wouldn't have any pop, did you? I don't want to cover Dad. That's it. What else do you guys want to talk about for our last 15 minutes? Let's see. We've talked about gardening. We've talked about, my mom got her new kitchen a few years ago now, and she is, I'm sure she loves it, and so she knows exactly how I feel right now. Getting excited for the for my kitchen. And sorry, I know I just played with my hair. That was because Samantha just wrote a comment that says loving your hair, and thank you. These are curls from Thursday night with when I went to Blue October. I had my hair in a ponytail the last few days, and I did have a shower. I mean, I've showered a couple times since then, but I was gonna wash and condition my hair, but then I thought my curls are still good and the mousse is still good, so I really just what do you call it, like wetted a bit, and just like revived my curls from Thursday. There you go. So thank you, at hair. Oh, whoa. Samantha's going crazy writing all this stuff I need to read. Okay, let's see. Oh, never mind. Samantha said loving your hat, and then Melody said hat, and then Samantha said, did you know that leprechauns were actually in a brown outfit many, many years ago? And Samantha says love the hair too. Mom says you went. Samantha says you need to do Tyla's for me, and Mom says silent, so I went silent. Sorry if I went silent for anybody. And sorry, yes, Samantha, I thought you said hair, but the hat, thank you. And yes, I can do Tyla's hair if you want me to show her how I do my curls, but I'm not really a good hair doer, but so there was something else in that. Oh, leprechaun's wearing brown. Well, like I said, in this picture of my dad, the painting, and again, it was from a painting that had already been done. He is wearing brown trousers and like a what we call sweater vest in Canada, but what do you guys call them again? Like oh, what do you call them? You don't call them vests. You call them, like, it's like a jumper without sleeves. What do you call them again? Samantha, you have to tell me what you call these, like, jumpers without sleeves. In Canada, we call them sweater vests anyways, but, yes. So, no, I didn't know that leprechauns wore brown, but I'm pretty sure leprechauns, like anybody else, could just change what they wear if they want to. But, yeah, so I miss my papa, but he is with us in spirit and whenever we need him to be around. So I'm sure because I'm talking about him and have his picture here, and because my sisters and my mom and such are watching, that he is definitely around us. And the thing that as far as I understand, spirits can be in more place than one at a time, so more than one place at a time. Yeah, you know, English, not always my best language, is it? It's the only language I know, but I still can't speak it well. Samantha says, you should go to the National Leprechaun Museum in Dublin. Okay, well, I'll put that on my list next time I go to Ireland. The National Leprechaun Museum. That's cool. It was weird when I went to Ireland and I saw so many short Irishmen and I was like, Dad, 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 Dad. And how many generations we've been in Canada and how many, like, you know, like bloodlines there are that aren't necessarily Irish, even if they are European or whatever, but that it's crazy how, like, I have nothing against interracial relationships or, types of things like that, but that how certain genes can be dominant even through, okay, so like my girls, even though you can see in me and my sisters and my dad how the Irish gene is so dominant, in the three girls, the Indian gene, even though it's a few generations back on Michael's side, the Indian gene came through a lot more with the girls than the Irish gene. So they all have dark hair and dark eyes, and there's certain features of Indian people from India that you can see in the girls really strongly. So just like my sister Tina, who has auburn hair, and like she just looks more Irish than, well, me and Melody can look Irish as well, but you know what I mean. Actually, Tina could pass the Scottish or Irish, but yeah, it's crazy how even through so many generations you can still look a certain way. I don't know what I'm babbling about. That's why it's called the rambling hour, because I just ramble. So yeah, laundry never ends, so I'm, you know, doing that because the girls have school tomorrow, so their uniforms need to be finished, and nobody else's laundry ever ends either. What else is, if I get out in the garden, I'm just tidying up certain things. We still had some freezing, like overnight temperatures, so I gotta be careful what things I do. You know, I don't want to leave plants outside that'll still freeze and die. The dog is lying on the floor over there and she started to snore, if you hear that. I cleaned the office yesterday. That's not very exciting, but it is what I did. Yeah, I can't think of anything else exciting to tell you guys. Gardener's World, it's a TV show on the BBC here. It's called Gardener's World. There's Gardener's World magazine and the TV show. And it started again this week. So I'm trying to catch up on last year's episodes that I didn't finish watching. But I also want to watch them as they're coming out this year, because it gives you ideas of what's going on in the garden. Then they'll go on to, like, one of the hosts on it, you know, went to a different garden, so it could be a different time of year, but lots of it is like what's happening in the garden right now. So then and they give you jobs, you know, because it comes out on Fridays. It says jobs for the weekend, so it tells you what you should be working on right now, or, you know, like when and if you should be dividing perennials or cleaning something up, or like right now because I started watching it but I haven't finished it, and it was about cutting back deciduous grasses. Is that right? Deciduous? Like when they die back. So once you start seeing the new grasses coming, you need to cut that back, the old growth. So yeah, Gardener's World started again on Friday, so that's quite exciting for me and for other people who like gardening. And why I tell you guys this is it's called Gardener's World, and I know certain things will be different for the weather and everything here, but if you want to learn about gardening, even in Canada, I'm sure you can get Gardener's World on YouTube and stuff like that. So been going on for many years. Melody says, I made breadsticks today. That sounds delicious. When I was taking stuff out of the kitchen, I had to move all the cake mixes, and I really considered making like a carrot cake and then eating it all with like cream cheese icing. But I didn't. So, but yes, breadsticks sound yummy. I don't know what else to tell you. It's gonna be weird, and like even when I was moving stuff out of the kitchen, and then I was making Steve, like he made chicken stew a couple nights ago for dinner, and so I need to freeze the rest of it now into containers, but that's what he's having for dinner tonight, chicken stew with a toasted bun. And I had to warm it up, but I had to plug in the microwave. But I have lots of the stuff in the kitchen in the entranceway, so it's a matter of getting used to things like using the microwave that's in the entranceway. And yeah, it's just weird, but I want everything to be accessible so that, like I said, like already, not just tomorrow or in the next few weeks, but already I'm still needing access to things like the microwave, even though I have to like have the kitchen pretty much empty for, you know, the electricians, and then obviously for the person to install the new kitchen. So, whew, I gotta do my workout, yeah, when I'm done this. And then I'll go finish watching Gardener's World, and then I think I'm gonna call it a night, because I didn't sleep well last night, and I'm tired. And the electricians will be here early. Well, not early. I mean, I get up at 6 for the kids to get off to well, they don't leave at 6. I get up at 6 and get them up at 6 to start getting ready to go to school, but the electricians will be here at 7:30, which is 8:30. And so I will probably, you know, like not get much more sleep after that. Like I'll probably stay up once they're here and then do whatever I need to do. Which also have to dog sit, right? So Nova, when Steve and Tom go to work, I'm watching the dog during the day. And if the electricians are working in the kitchen, then I can have Nova in the living room and dining room, which is what I've been doing anyways with Nova. But when they start working in here, I don't know where I'm going to be with Nova on those days, as we will. Okay, so the rule is no dogs upstairs, but however, this is Thomas's dog, so we couldn't really have that rule and not let him have his dog in his room. So Nova's allowed upstairs only in his room. So and I don't want to hang out in Thomas's room. I mean, do any of you want to hang out in your teenage boys or young adult boys' room? It's not that bad. It's just weird. But, I mean, I wouldn't want to hang out in the girls' rooms either. So, yeah, not a hard life. Dog sitting my furry grandbaby. And just, yeah, keep an eye on the electricians. They do good work, so I don't really need to. But, yeah, and like I said, probably Tuesday I'll go grocery shopping. So... And how do I do that with the dog? I don't know. Last week Tuesday I went grocery shopping, and that was Nova's first time in a kennel, and that was a mess. Nova pooed in the kennel, like in the crate, you know, and at least it's a big one. It's for a big dog, so she was over, and her poo was on her bed, and anyways, I gave her a bath and everything else, and then Thomas cleaned that up when he got home. And then the Wednesday when I was going to see Samantha on the allotment, we put her back in the kennel, tried again with it all cleaned up. And when I got home, she was running around the house with Lena. So I was like, what the heck? And she had banged, like she just throws herself against the kennel, and she must have banged it like loose, like one of the locks. And then because she's so small, she just snuck out. Like it was still locked on top. So she just pushed and snuck herself out of the thing. So... that sneaky little girl. So, but she did well that day. So we're trying to get her used to just staying in the house with Lena, as long as she doesn't cause any trouble. But she's still a puppy, so you know, chewing on things and everything else, I can't leave her for long. But I will have to go grocery shopping on Tuesday. The other thing I could do is wait until the girls get home from school, and then they can keep an eye on her when I go. But I'd like to go when there's less traffic, like during the day, when there's less people. But yeah, again, it's not a hard life. The things that I'm complaining about are really not, you know, they're definitely first world problems. So, oh, okay, well, I thought that I started a few minutes after my normal time, but so where it's a few minutes after 9 o'clock on my watch, thinking I was almost at my hour. It's, well, I mean, I guess, did it say 57? Or no, it said 54. So I have 6 minutes until an hour is up. So does anybody else have anything else you guys want to talk about today? Anybody doing anything for St. Patrick's Day? I am not, but I'm not sure if I'm going to, I mean, I guess I kind of have to bring the spring and Easter decorations down because, I mean, I know the kids are older, but, you know, the Easter bunny, so they need their baskets and everything else, but it's just, it's kind of, I mean, it's hard enough work to decorate for the different seasons and everything when the house is normal, let alone when there's renos going on and stuff, so we'll see. I might just get the Easter baskets and have a simple Easter this year. I'm glad the kids are older for that reason. But the last few years, the Easter Bunny has, you know, because of COVID, the Easter Bunny has, well, and because the weather is more mild here, the Easter Bunny, well, has hired Owen to help put eggs around the garden, and they've had Easter egg hunts around the garden, which is really cool because sometimes the ones they missed, I'd be out in the garden and I'd find a chocolate egg hidden under a plant or wherever. Not with bugs in it. I mean, I wouldn't eat it if it was there for like months, but you know what I mean. So, yeah, Easter is coming up quite quickly as well. I wonder if any of you gave anything up for Lent this year. I did not. I planned on it, but I didn't. So, what else? Nope, I don't know. My brain is blank. So I will probably bid you adieu and go and get my workout done. And then, like I said, watch some Gardener's World. And yeah, I've already eaten, so I don't need to eat anything. And I don't need to snack, so I need to stay strong on that front as well. I'll have my pop, but that's it. So I hope you guys, like I said, have had a good week this week if you haven't already told me about it or you're watching this at a later time. And have a good week coming up and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. So next week will be Season 6, Episode 8. And I don't know if I'll have a theme or not. It won't be St. Patrick's Day because St. Patrick's Day will already be gone. So we will see. And maybe if I get my shit together, I might have a guest if I, you know, ask somebody to be my guest. All right, so I love you guys and have a good week, and we will see you soon. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this live, and I did. I always love when you guys tune in and when you guys comment and when you guys like interact. So have a good week. All right, love you. Bye.